Hi guys, so I don't think I properly introed this vlog, so I just wanted to say hi. Welcome to this week in my life. I got back from a trip to Kauai, I guess last week now, and it was one of the probably the most beautiful trip I've ever been on. Kauai is one of the most magical, beautiful. A lot of you have been asking, a lot of you have been, I'm so sorry if I filmed a travel video. You're waiting for the Kauai travel vlog. I did not film a full travel vlog or anything like that. I was just really focused on being present, really in the moment, really enjoying my time, really connecting to nature. Basically every day was just spent hiking or in the ocean, and it was just really beautiful and amazing. But I did take a few clips, so there's no full-length travel vlog coming. I do apologize, but please enjoy these clips of the garden aisle. It was just absolute beauty itself, so here they are. Today is Monday. It's just gonna be kind of a week, or a little bit of a week of a lot of reading. I am in the middle of so much reading. I'm a little bit, not like stressed about it, but I'm just like, holy moly, there's so many books I need to get through right now. Because if you're new here, I am doing 4 English lit classes right now, and one of them is a thesis course, which is a lot more work with a lot more reading. So that's kind of what's going on there. Plus I have like book club, my own reading for specific vlogs I'm doing on my channel, so it's just a ton. However, I am listening to an audiobook that I just really wanted to pick up, and I saw that my hold came in through the library, so I started it, and I have been really gripped by it. Like, I am loving it so much. I'm so interested in it, and I really just want to keep going with this one right now. But that is Blindness. It's Saramago's Blindness. Oh my god. Like, you guys told me this, oh shit, sorry. You guys told me that this was phenomenal, but now I'm like reading it for myself and figuring that out for myself, and it is so good, so incredibly unsettling. Oh my god. This is also going to count for my Around the World challenge for Portugal. Really excited about that. Blindness, this came out a lot more recently than I thought because it was published in 1995, I think. This was also a gift from Myra. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay, first of all, audiobook for me is really the way to go with this because it adds a whole other dimension to the book that really complements it, because Blindness is about this epidemic that starts to sweep through, I think, the whole world eventually, called white blindness, because people just start going blind, but it's not a blindness where you're in darkness. It's a blindness where everything is just pure, blinding white. This virus, or this happening, whatever it is, first strikes this one man as he's just like in his car driving home, and he just goes blind. All of a sudden, he's the first person known to have kind of gone blind with this plague that's going on. And so this man like helps him home. He goes to his eye doctor that same day with his wife, and from there this spreads so quickly. The doctor goes blind. The man who took him back to his house and then ended up actually stealing his car because he's a car thief, he goes blind. Everyone who was at the doctor's office goes blind. It's very, first it's like very interesting, very compelling, and it very quickly becomes very horrifying, because once the government and like the health system and those empowered learn about the fact that everyone is going blind, they so quickly, like so immediately, round up all of the blind people, tell them they're going to take them away to like a hospital, but they lock them in this kind of empty mental asylum. So they have one ward for people who are blind, and then they have another ward that's going to be a gateway to that ward for the people who will go blind. So the people who have been in contact with the blind people waiting in this ward, and when they go blind they are kicked into the next ward. So any sort of treatment or promises of like food, water, healthcare, anything is quickly, just kind of quickly dissolved, and the blind people who find themselves in this hospital realize that their government has just kind of abandoned them. Not more than that, they have like soldiers guarding the place, and when people try to escape or ask for food or get too close to, I don't know, I guess the bars or the fence, the outside world, they are shot. I don't know, it's just so quickly happening. And at first I was like, it's not hard to believe at all, especially like reading this book after and during COVID. Like, wow, just so unsettling. And now like we have this group of people in the ward. They're all blind except for one person, and that person is the ophthalmologist's wife. She, for whatever reason, has still not gone blind. She pretended to be blind so that she could stay with her husband and go into the asylum, but she is very much seeing, and she's trying to cover up the fact that she can see, so that no one like accuses her of anything and that she's not taken away. And she's kind of the one helping everyone get settled, know where things are, while still convincing everyone that she's blind. So I'm 80 pages through, and it is so good. It's also just told in like unending pages of words. I think listening to the audiobook is such even a more unsettling experience, because of course then you're relying on your ears, a different sense, just as the characters in the novel are, to witness the story. So yeah, really loving this. Very unsettling, very spooky, very compelling, and very relevant. So anyway, that is Blindness. Really loving that. So that's like the one not really related to anything in terms of school that I'm reading. My schoolwork is stressing. It's not stressing me out, it's just like a lot of reading. I haven't been doing this much reading in a really long time, so I currently need to read a lot of The President today. I'll probably talk about this more in depth in my university vlog. Yeah, so that's probably what I'll do, but I need to read a lot of this. I have a couple books for my thesis. I'm still going with Murakami's Dance, 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 which is fantastic. I'm still, I switched to the audiobook for David Copperfield, which is going a lot better, and I think I just got a package today of some books that I ordered, so we can probably go down and do a little bit of a book haul. But the plan today is just a lot of editing, a lot of reading, and a lot of note taking. So I'd really like to go to the gym tonight because it's been a little bit of a break away from that for me. But yeah, that is Blindness. I just really wanted to update you on Blindness because it is so good. But I'm also really, like, I'm just such in a mood to read fantasy romance right now, but that just does not fit into my reading schedule, unfortunately, because I have a lot of things that I have to read right now. So we'll see what we can do about that, because I have a few books on my Kindle that I have been putting off for a long time, but now I'm like so in the mood to read fantasy and fantasy romance. So anyway, welcome to this vlog. Good evening. I was reading Murakami in bed at like 5 p.m. and then I fell asleep for 2 hours, and now it's like 8 something. So I have good news though. My packages arrived. We're gonna open them. This one I already opened, but this one I haven't. I just couldn't control myself. I'm a feral little goblin every time I get a package. So this one I know what it is. These ones I ordered from Chapters. It's The Catcher in the Rye. It is The Catcher in the Rye. I did order the mass market paperback, which like I think is actually really cute. I normally don't like mass market paperbacks, but this one is just like, it's so nice and it's like so portable. But yeah, The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger is for the Game of Tomes book club. I'm probably gonna start this tonight or tomorrow because this is our pick for April. There's just too many books. There's too many books. I'm gonna be reading this alongside the rest of David Copperfield, which I'm almost halfway through David, so I'm gonna be reading these two together. I'm really excited for Catcher in the Rye. I know it has so many mixed opinions. It is currently like Carolyn's least favorite classic, but she hasn't read it for a really long time. So I don't know. I just hope that it goes better than David Copperfield for me, which like I am enjoying more now that David's a little bit older, but like on the whole I've just been feeling like it doesn't have the writing the beautiful fantastical writing that I know Dickens can have. So anyway, the first one I got is Catcher in the Rye. It's so cute. It's just so cute, and I really do like the cover. I really love the cover, so I'm hoping I love the interior. I really hardly know anything about Catcher in the Rye. If you've started Catcher in the Rye, let me know how it's going. I think it's gonna be a very interesting live show. I think I have a couple other books in this package that are gonna be for an upcoming vlog, but I'll just show you them now anyway, because why not? Okay, let's pull this one first. It's A Gentleman in Moscow. Oh my god. It's A Gentleman in Moscow by Mortels. I don't know about this one, okay? I don't know if I'm excited for this or not. Oh my god, I miss getting new books. I miss the feel. Okay, so I got this book because of you. Of you watching, whoever you are. The multitudes, uncountable multitudes of people who have told me to buy this book, to read this book. Because, you know why? Because, well, actually before I even kind of started talking about how obsessed I was with hotels and stuff, this book was recommended to me countless times, so that's encouraging. But once I started speaking about how much I love hotels, how interesting I find them, everyone was like, you obviously have to read this one because this is about, I think, a Russian count who in 1922 he's deemed an unrepentant aristocrat by a Bolshevik tribunal, and he is sentenced to house arrest in the Metropole, which is a grand hotel near the Kremlin. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I've never read Immortals. I'm interested in seeing like how much about the hotel it is. Anyway, so that is that one. I'm not gonna say what the vlog is about. It's not about hotels, don't worry, but this book is for a vlog. And then the other book that I got, this one's like a bit longer than I was expecting. The last book that I got is 1984. It's 1984. This is like another cute little paperback. I don't know if I necessarily like the quality of these penguin. Is this a deluxe edition? Anyway, I got 1984 by George Orwell. I've never read 1984. I've only read Animal Farm and some essays from George Orwell. I don't like Animal Farm. That is it's not that I don't, yeah, it's on an enjoyable, personal enjoyment level that I don't like Animal Farm, but I think I'm gonna love 1984 once again. These two go together in the Not So Secret blog that I'm working on, but yeah, 1984, it's the classic dystopian. It's his terrifying vision of a totalitarian future in which everything and everyone is slave to a tyrannical regime. Yeah, that's 1984. I'm excited. So we've got Gentleman in Moscow, 1984, and Catcher in the Rye. And my hair is just, it's not, see, my hair is just not at that stage where it can properly go in a ponytail yet. I have to read a little bit more of The President tonight. And then I might switch back over to Dance 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 because, spoiler, I think that's going to be a 5-star read for me. So, yeah, that is my level call. I'm going to go make something very cool to drink because I'm once again overheating. When am I not overheating?
Take your time, fall in line someday. It's hard to win, hard to pin one day. I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your eyes. Take a stand, move your hand someday. Disguise one day. I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your eyes. In your eyes.
I've been honestly just kind of editing and filming other videos all day, and I also got to complete like a unit at school this morning, which is good, so I'm on track. I just made an iced coffee. I just had some lunch. Kelsifer is licking my fork. Oh well. But I'm really not feeling the best. I'm like feeling kind of like I'm getting sick. My throat is just really weird. I'm kind of stuffed up and I cannot get warm. Like my fingers are going wrinkly because I'm so cold, and it's not even cold in here. So I feel like I might be getting sick, but I really hope not, because I just booked, I haven't been to therapy in a while because I was away, and then last week I just kind of took off like doing any appointments or anything like that because I was really jet lagged, that I just booked an appointment for tomorrow, so I'm really hoping I'm not getting sick. And then on Thursday I have to go to a doctor's appointment out of town, unfortunately. Yeah, not really looking forward to, like, I don't know. Therapy is lovely. Therapy is so lovely and helpful, but it can also be quite hard because obviously you have to talk about things and think about things that aren't super fun all of the time. But I'm having a lot of fun working on my Shatter Me vlog right now. My raw footage, and it's not even done. I'm like halfway done filming it, and the raw footage is already at 1 hour and 32 minutes. Why have I done this? I'm really liking Blindness. I was listening to Blindness more and more this morning while I was cleaning up. It is so good. I hope that I'm not getting sick as well because I'm actually going to be going to Nova Scotia for my first time ever. I've never been out east. I've never been to the east coast of Canada, but I'll be going to Nova Scotia next week? Next week? Next week! No, in like a week and a half. Maybe in a week and a half I think I'll be going to Nova Scotia. I'm really excited. Basically what happened is that my boyfriend's co-worker at work won plane tickets, won half-price plane tickets, but he wasn't going to use them, so very kindly gave them to us. We decided to just go have a really quick trip to Nova Scotia, like not for any length of time, just like a kind of a short trip, but we're gonna be staying like outside of Halifax, and I'm really excited. I'm so excited. So especially because I've had my eye on the East Coast for a long time now as some place potentially to live, but this will just be nice. This will just be a really nice short visit, kind of getting to see the area. We're gonna be staying in a cottage. Here he is. He got a new toy. He got a little fish toy. So he looks so big. And it's almost his birthday. It's his birthday this month. His birthday's in April. He's gonna be 1 year old. I like start crying every time I think about it. I don't know why. You're gonna be 1 year old, bub. Mwah. Mwah. 1 whole year. Stop growing up. Oh, he dropped it. So, yeah. Maybe I'll have a little Kelsa for a birthday party, but I'm gonna go get back to work. I want to schedule a video for tomorrow. So it's a bit later. Right now I may or may not be being a fool because a couple days ago I got like 1 whiff of springtime weather, and now I'm like packing up some of my winter clothing, a lot of my winter clothing, so that I can make my closet less bulky, and bringing out some summer stuff, which like it's probably not gonna last, but it is already April, so it might. Anyway, I'm also currently listening to Blindness while I clean up in here and do some closet stuff. I'm just obsessed with this book. Like I really truly am obsessed with it. I don't know what it is that's like so compelling, but the story is just so like I'm hooked. I'm so hooked. I love this feeling. I haven't had it in a little bit with the book, and Blindness is just, I'm just right there with it. I think because as well it concerns so much of what I'm interested in, like both from a theoretical standpoint, but just from like I'm purely interested in it, and I've done some work on it in school. It's just the act of witnessing, the act of seeing, the act of looking at someone, because like I said, in Blindness, everyone is blind. All the characters we're following have this white blindness, except for the doctor's wife, the ophthalmologist's wife, and so far she has been successful for the most part in hiding her blindness. She is the one who's seeing the state that everyone is in, because no one is coming into their asylum. Like the government, the soldiers, they're not coming in there to give them their food, and more often than not, like their rations don't even arrive, and if they do arrive, it's not the right amount of food. The toilet situation is extremely horrendous. They don't have medicine that they need, they don't have doctors that they need. People are already starting to die in the asylum, and things are just not good. Like people are fighting, they're already squabbling, arguing amongst themselves, and it's just like chaos. Humanity's darkest side, when people are stripped of their sight, it's now being like brought out, and she's the only one who can literally see what's happening, and so she is the one who is the most affected by it, and she constantly is like telling her husband, I should just let people know that I can see, like I could help out with this, and her husband's like, no, like the minute someone knows that you can see, you're gonna be made into a slave. People are gonna make you do all sorts of things for them. But she's like, you know what, like I could be the person who doles out the rations in a fair manner. And so like there's just this back and forth between like, should she tell people that she can see or not? So I got to page 133. Oh my god, it's so good. What you think best, but don't forget what we are here. Blind, simply blind. Blind people with no fine speeches or commiserations. The charitable, picturesque world of the little blind orphans is finished. We are now in the harsh, cruel, implacable kingdom of the blind. And she's like, if only you could see what I am obliged to see, you would want to be blind. And then the ophthalmologist is like, I've spent my whole life looking into people's eyes. It is the only part of the body where a soul might still exist, and if those eyes are lost... ... So I am loving this. I don't know where it's gonna go. I have a feeling, like the back says we eventually make it back out onto the street, so I know at some point, I'm imagining the asylum is just gonna become overrun and everyone in the world is gonna go blind. Like people are speculating how it spreads. The soldiers think that it spreads through eye contact, which I love. So just wanted to say that I'm absolutely loving this. And I also got some bad news tonight, as I'm sure a lot of us did, and I'm crushed. I wanted to cry a little bit, and that is that Book Depository is closing. How could they freaking do this to me? How could they do this to me? Book Depository, why? I haven't really looked into why they're closing yet, because I just found out, and since then I've been adding a lot of books to my cart. If there are any books you think that I should buy. And also, this video will be out before Book Depository closes, if you don't know. So I am sorry if I'm the bearer of bad news, because I found out through someone's Bookstagram and I was like, no, this has absolutely ruined my day. But yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be having like a sale or anything like that. That'd be really cool, but so far they're not. But anyway, the link is in the description. Maybe the last time I ever say that. I don't think I've ever even said that. But anyway, the links to the books I mention are always in the description. So for the first and last time, they are down there if you want to peruse the dying site. So I'm upset, but I'm gonna keep listening to Blindness, and I'm going to transform my closet into a little spring, I don't know, into a little spring mix.
You would want to be blind. I believe you. But there's no need, because I'm already blind. Forgive me, my love, if you only knew.
So it is the end of the day now, but I have a lot, oh god, a lot of reading updates to update you on. I also wanted to say thank you so much to the absolutely wonderful person who came up to me today at the train station, because like I said, I had to go out of town for an appointment that I was just really not looking forward to. I was not in the best mood, but like seeing you, oh my god, you are just the sweetest. Mary, I love you so much. Thank you for brightening up my day, changing it completely, and just giving me such a wonderful, bubbly, grateful feeling before I went off to an appointment. So thank you so much. I'm so glad we had the chance of meeting today. That just made my day. So yeah, but for reading, I've actually finished a couple of books. So I finished today, actually, while I was waiting around. There's just a bookmark in here. I finished The President, which I haven't talked about in this vlog. I think it's in a separate vlog. I think what I'm gonna do though is ultimately probably combine again the university vlogs with my reading vlogs, with my lifestyle vlogs, like just put them all together, because I feel like time and time again that's just the content format that I hear from you guys that you most enjoy. So let me know if you still want everything put together. Like sometimes I like doing one-off individual study vlogs, but I feel like it just makes more sense to just have everything together. So I finished The President today. I'm really not sure what to rate this, or even if I want to rate this, but I haven't talked about this too much. Essentially, this was a novel about one of the dictators in Guatemala from like, ooh, what years? Oh god. 1898 to 1920, I want to say. It was Cabrera. Very haunting. Like none of the books I'm reading right now are exactly uplifting. Last night I finished Restore Me, so I'm now on to Find Me. This Shadow Me vlog is gonna kill me. I would really like to have it uploaded this Sunday, like when you're watching this, the next Sunday for you. So I finished Restore Me last night, which means that I only have this many books left to read, but like it's Thursday, you know, it's Thursday. I don't know if I can finish 2 regular size books and then 3 novellas in that time. We're gonna try, because I would really like to be done with the Shatter Me series. Oh my god. And then I made pretty good progress on Blindness, another very not uplifting book. I actually just had to put it down a few hours ago when I was listening to it, because it gets really intense, very visual, visceral, volatile, and vile. Yeah, I just had to put it down because I was like, well, I just need a bit of a break for this. So if you do go into this, be warned that it does get very severe. Yeah, so, but I got to page 206. I would really like to finish this soon because like I really want to see what happens. And also at the back I saw like there's an excerpt from Seeing, and I saw that like I read the first page and like there are characters from Blindness in Seeing. So I'm like, is this a series? Because I didn't really mean to start a series. If I did, that was totally inadvertent. But yeah, still reading Blindness, still really liking that. And then David Copperfield, I'm like almost exactly halfway through. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna be hosting some reading sprints on this channel, hopefully maybe next week. Let me know if you would like that because I need some help with this. I really need some help with this. So that's David Copperfield's. Still not having a great time. Probably my favorite book that I'm reading right now though is Dance, Dance, Dance by Murakami. Loving this. Eating the ever-loving soup out of this book. It's fantastic soup, amazing soup. I am reading this for my thesis, so it's going really, really, really slowly, but I love it, love it. I'm on page 165. This is the fourth and final book in Murakami's The Rat cycle, the Rat books, where they follow our unnamed character and his friend called the Rat. You don't have to read them in order. You can do whatever you want with them. I just read them in order. And I've kind of skipped Murakami's chronologicalness to read the fourth one just to get it done, because technically in between A Wild Sheep Chase, which is the third book in the Rat series, I should have read Hard-Boiled Wonderland and the End of the World, Norwegian Wood, and The Elephant Vanishes, but I just went with Dance, Dance, Dance because I had to read this anyway for my thesis. So freaking obsessed with this. The vibes are off the charts. I'm riding vibes all the way to Vibe Land. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna try and focus on the Shatter Me's and see if I can't get these done soon, because I just started Shadow Me, which is one of the novellas in Find Me. Is there a more confusing, like, I don't think there's a more confusing series. So that is the last update of this vlog. I want to say thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me, and I just feel like so blessed to have had that experience today of being able to connect with like a real life person who watches my channel. That's so special, and it just makes, I'm like, wow, every single one of you is a fantastic person like Mary, and you're just, you know, you're all out there somewhere, and I'm very happy that our paths crossed. So I will go probably make some dinner right now and see if I can stomach the rest of the Shatter Me novels, but until my next vlog or video, love you guys so much, and that's when Kelsifer and I will see ya. So ciao.